What awaits me is a very unique experience, a visit into the core of a nuclear reactor, the latest and the most sophisticated nuclear reactor of India. We are not allowed to show the exterior of this building, else the location be disclosed. This sunny glow reflects the mood at India's newest reactor. All that you see has been mastered indigenously by scientists, often against great odds like international sanctions. This is an experimental reactor that may hold the answer to India's chronic electricity shortage. Currently, all power reactors need uranium, of which India produces very little and cannot import enough of. So the Department of Atomic Energy is banking on this, thorium. In its raw form, it's available in abundance on the beaches of Kerala. India has a third of the world's known reserves. After refining, it is turned into these pellets. These are then enclosed into special steel tubes to make them into fuel bundles that power a reactor. And that's where the new reactor comes into the picture. Scientists are using it to find out how the thorium behaves, further ensuring that every ounce of energy is squeezed out of uranium and thorium. Data from this new reactor will be used for building a super safe thorium reactor that the country hopes to build in the next 5 years. If everything works out as planned, there could be a huge network of thorium-based reactors that could satiate India's energy needs for the next 250 years. NDTV was allowed to visit this unique atomic laboratory merely a few days after it became fully operational, or as nuclear scientists say, went critical. It was also the Atomic Department Chief's first visit. The usually reserved Anil Kakodkar was clearly overjoyed.
And he told me that the level at which criticality was reached was so close to the prediction, so it is embarrassingly close.
Indian scientists should obviously be happy with this achievement, but joining them in their celebration and applauding this achievement is also the global nuclear community. Harold McFarlane, a former president of the American Nuclear Society, told NDTV that he expects that this would be the best facility in the world to obtain benchmark data for thorium-powered reactors. And it can be a wonderful research tool for training new generations of scientists. So why is this reactor generating so much excitement? Because it's only for experiments. It generates very little power, barely enough to light a single bulb. Unlike most other research reactors, this facility is unique, as the entire nuclear fuel itself can be modified or replaced on demand. To help understand the nuclear chain reaction in a thorium environment, the reactor has been designed so that scientists can enter the facility to conduct experiments at will. There's supposed to be no radioactive threat to humans. Nevertheless, there are precautions like this massive door and safety tests. Once we are inside, a quick check shows there is zero radioactivity. This new facility is the real test bed for assessing all future nuclear fuels of India, not just thorium.
Actually, you ought to have been here.
Who would know more about future nuclear fuels more than V.K. Raina, a nuclear engineer for the last 38 years?
How many people are doing anything with thorium in the world?
Well, right away, I don't think too many countries have too many compulsions to look at thorium very seriously. But given the fact that India has very limited resources of uranium available, so we have an urgent need to look at thorium, and we are seriously looking at thorium, and that's why.
So is thorium the solution for long-term energy security
Yes,
for India?
if we are looking in time frames of 100 years or 150 years or 200 years, certainly thorium will have a great role to play in the energy security of the
150 years
country.
is too far. Why worry about it just now?
Exactly, that is the point. If you look at various energy sources, look at the availability of hydrocarbon-based fuels. If you see at the current rate of consumption, maybe we don't have more than 75 to 100 years. Beyond that, we have to go for sources which are available to us. And thorium is one major source from which we can tap energy.
And it's one of its kind in India?
It is, yes. It is, certainly it is. Why? It is one of its kind in the world also.
One source for India's hunger for uranium would have been the international market. But for India, as of now, it is a forbidden fruit. So, as the Indo-US civilian nuclear deal makes little or no progress, the only sustainable option is right here. I am standing right on top of India's finest and latest nuclear reactors. This is the place where India will test its future fuel thorium. Deep inside India's nuclear weapons lab, the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, with camera person Ranjit Viswas, this is Pallav Bagla reporting for NDTV.